guys, it's Han. So today's video is going to be a try on clothing haul. First of all, I just want to say if I sound a little bit husky, it's because I'm a little bit poorly, I'm still a bit sick, and I'm actually currently wearing like this big fleecy jumper, which I know isn't the most fashionable thing in the world, okay, but I'm cold, I'm ill, that is my excuse, so I hope you don't mind. But as I said, today's video is going to be a clothing haul, and I've actually picked out a bunch of brands that I have never shopped at before, all online brands that I tend to see on a lot of influencers, profiles and things like that. So we've got Rebellious, MISSY EMPIRE and Sorella UK. Today's video is actually in collaboration with 21 Buttons, which for those of you who haven't come across it before, 21 Buttons is basically a fashion-based app where you can post photos of your own outfits, for example, but you can also use it to get inspiration from other people, like other influencers, your friends, things like that. I'm going to shuffle over because I'm going to show you on my phone as well. But the great thing about 21 Buttons is that when you post a photo and you upload it, you can basically attach buttons to the photo, which then take you directly to the pieces from whatever website they're from. So for example, if I was going to post a photo in this jumper, which I wouldn't because it's just like a crusty dusty old jumper, I would basically attach a button to the photo giving you the link to this jumper, and then it would take you straight to the site. You could just basically check out there and then. Super handy, super convenient. It means that you can discover the brands really easily. It means you don't have to ask people in the comments, because the amount of times I have loved what someone is wearing and then not knowing where it's from because it's not tagged in the photo. You can also save things to your wardrobe for later, for example, and kind of pair pieces together with the combine tool. Don't feel like you have to post your own photos as well. Like, you can easily create a profile just to get inspiration from other people. But if you do create your own profile, the great thing about it is that every single person on the app can earn commission. So it's not just influencers that can earn money from using 21 Buttons, it's literally anyone with an app who is posting. The way that you earn money is basically when someone purchases an item from one of your buttons, you'll get a small commission from that, and then you can withdraw it via PayPal whenever you want to, which is amazing. It's a really great way to earn like a little bit of extra cash. There's also a lot of exclusive content on 21 Buttons as well. So compared to other social media apps where people are posting like fashion photos and things, you might find more like exclusive photos on there as well where you don't find anywhere else. So as I said, I am just HanX Renee. I don't think I've said that, but I am HanX Renee on 21 Buttons. I use it all the time. I post all of my outfits on there. I'm just obsessed with it. I'm going to leave a link down below if you would like to download it and follow me, which I would recommend doing at the minute, boys and girls, because we're actually running a giveaway as well, which is amazing. So as part of this video and this collaboration, me and 21 Buttons are giving away a £100 ASOS voucher. So I'll put all the rules in the description bar below, but you pretty much just need to download the app, follow me at HanX Renee, and then there's going to be a banner at the bottom of my profile to enter you into the giveaway. And then 21 Buttons will announce the winner on their Instagram stories in a week's time. That was such a mouthful. But yeah, like I said, it's a great app for posting your own photos, earning a little bit of extra money, and also getting inspiration from others. So if you're interested, feel free to check out all the information down below. And with that being said, I'm going to skirt back over into the middle and we're going to get started with this haul. So I've got everything organized in piles. I'm going to start with Rebellious, I think. Something I just want to point out actually, because I remember tweeting about this and one of you replied saying that a lot of these brands source everything from AliExpress and then basically just kind of sell it for more money, which I'm not going to like assume, but it's kind of interesting that a lot of these clothes, like throughout all three brands that I've shopped at, they have completely different tags, like the actual inside seam tags in every single different piece. But I feel like that's something I want to do more research into, because there's a lot of like other branded labels in here, so I'm kind of like intrigued to see where this stuff actually comes from. That's actually MISSY EMPIRE, so I don't even know why I'm holding that up yet. This first piece is just a knitwear piece, and I actually wanted to pick this up because I see it all over like social media. I see this style of like two-piece everywhere at the minute, and I actually have a very similar piece to like a similar style piece to Meshki, which was a lot more expensive, let me tell you, because Meshki is not particularly cheap. It basically comes with a kind of like a cropped jumper, and it's just got like a knit going all the way down. It's like a really nice beige colour, quite cropped and quite baggy, which I really love. The fit of the actual jumper is really nice, and then it comes with a matching pair of leggings. There's a couple of photos on Rebellious, because one thing I noticed is that they have the model photos, but they tend to use like influencers photos more. So there was a lot of photos of like other girls wearing this, and I feel like that gave me a lot of hope for certain pieces, because I was like, so many people have purchased it and obviously wear it and love it and it fits great. But these were so like disappointing. I really wanted them to be great, but they are so see-through, like so see-through. I don't know how people wear these out, honestly, unless you just wear like literally no underwear or underwear that's the same colour as your skin, because I don't know, they were just so thin and so see-through. The fit wasn't too bad for a knitted like piece and a knitted legging. The fit was quite good. They were pretty high-waisted, which was really nice. If these had just been a little bit more like thicker and opaque, which is what my meshky ones are like, and as I said, they're way more expensive, but you do pay for the quality because they're like completely fine to wear out. It's just a little bit frustrating. So that was the first piece. I just wanted to mention that because I see it everywhere on social media. Like I see a lot of girls wearing this style of two-piece at the minute as like a casual two-piece, and this one was just like a tiny bit disappointing, which was just a little bit annoying. I've just put the brightness down a bit because I feel like it was getting really like bright outside. Okay, next up from Rebellious, also the tags on these things, is that MISSY Empire? This is the thing, they all have completely different random tags that it's so hard to know. I'm pretty sure these were Rebellious. I always want to find like the perfect pair of leather look trousers because they are such a hard thing to find that fit your body perfectly. And these are kind of like a tapered trouser. They're kind of like a cigarette trouser style, and then they've got a paper bag style waist, but obviously like it's kind of in a leather. The fit of these is gorgeous. They fit really well. They're very soft inside. The one thing that I realized as I tried them on, they're not leather inside, they're more of like a fleece material, which is so nice because there's something about leather like jeans and trousers that they just stick to your skin when it's coated inside as well. So these just fit like a dream. I feel like they look really nice with a white shirt, maybe like a crop jumper, which is I think what I paired them with in the try on clip. And then you could wear like heels or trainers, whatever it may be. These I am definitely keeping. I really love these. I'm excited to style them and maybe put a different belt with them instead. Okay, and then next up we have some leather, like vinyl leather look, shiny as hell leggings. Again, there were so many photos of different like bloggers and fashion bloggers and stuff like that wearing these on the website that I was like, do you know what, they look so good on everyone that I'm gonna get them as well. And I have to say, they weren't too bad fit wise. I wish they were a little bit high-waisted. So I did size up in these because they looked like they were going to be a little bit sort of hard to get on and a bit tight, which I wasn't wrong. They were very, very tight to get on. They just had this kind of like awkward gaping section where my vagina is, which isn't the cutest thing in the world. Kind of a little bit annoying, but they were fairly high-waisted. I have to give them that. They were fairly high-waisted, but they just were a little bit big on the crotch area. So I don't know if I maybe need to try an 8 instead, but they were definitely quite tight on the leg, so don't know if I see myself getting in an 8. I have to say, when I put these on, I kind of felt like that thing in Murder House American Horror Story, like the first season. I can't think what it's called or like what name you would give it, but you know what I'm talking about if you've seen that season. Like that's what I felt like in these. Okay, and then next up we have a pair of snake skin shorts. These are actually really lovely on, and they're a really nice length as well, which I love. I feel like they'd be great for daytime, like summertime, and also nighttime with maybe over-knee boots or small heels. They would just pair with anything, like a bodysuit, jumpers, anything like that. I actually paired it with a jumper in the try on clip. It comes with a little belt as well, which is amazing, which is actually attached to the short, so just something to bear in mind in case you wanted to pair it with a different belt. They do come with the belt attached. But the actual fabric is really nice. It's kind of like a soft, silky situation. I like the fact that they're quite baggy, but then you've got the paper bag to really like snatch your waist, if you know what I mean. And then this is the jumper that I paired them with. So this is just a high neck, white ribbed jumper. I can never have enough of these. I honestly go through them like no tomorrow. This one is just kind of like a normal length. It's not as soft as I want it to be. I wish the material was a little bit softer because it feels like a little bit of a scratchier knit, if that makes sense, which I don't mind totally, but I just wish it was the tiniest bit softer. Again, just to pair with like the shorts, for example, or with the leather look tapered trousers. I feel like that would look really nice. I'm really into high necks at the minute and roll necks. I just think they look really flattering on. And even though it's coming into like summer, springtime, I live in Manchester, like it's never going to get too warm for a high neck. So okay, I want to talk about this next. So this is a red cowl neck dress. They had a couple of different colours of these on the website, so I went with the red because you guys know I'm obsessed with wearing a red lipstick at the minute, and I just had it in mind with like that and a black pair of heels or whatever, or maybe like a pair of Louboutins. This was just really thin, which was so annoying. The cowl neck situation was alright, but the actual back where it's all lacy, it was difficult to get on and difficult to kind of get all the proportions right because it's basically one long string that goes through all the different straps and all around the back, so it completely adjusts like how low you have the cowl neck, how tight the back is, but it's literally all one string. So I don't know if it makes sense, but it's just very, very fiddly and not the easiest thing to put on by yourself. And my second train of thought was like, if I was to go to the toilet in this on a night out, I don't know if you could pull it up over your legs because it's quite tight on the lower portion. Once I've had a few drinks, I am not faffing about with that, okay? I cannot do it. My friends will not do it either, okay? We are not the sort of people that can then deal with this situation on a night out. It just does not work. So that was like my kind of two trains of thought. I still do love the shape of it and I love the style of it, and I'm going to see how it looks like with maybe a lot thinner underwear, and just like have a play around with the straps, but it is very difficult to do by yourself. So I wanted to find a dupe for my Sicily trousers, because if you watch my wardrobe essentials video, you guys will know I'm obsessed with my checked paper bag trousers from Sicily, but they are very expensive. So I wanted to find a dupe not only for me but for you guys as well, and I have to say these ones from Rebellious are actually really lovely. Very thick, like they're a lot thicker than my Sicily ones, which is kind of a good thing, I guess, because in like colder months kind of keeps you warmer throughout the day. They're a very similar style. They've got like the check running all the way through, and then they've got a paper bag waist, and they do come with a tie as well, which is really nice, but obviously you could just take this out and replace it with whatever you want. And then I decided to pick up this little top to go with them, which, to be honest, this isn't my kind of top to wear anymore, but it was £6, and you know when something's £6 and it's kind of like a matching two-piece, I was just like, do you know what, I'm just gonna get it to see what it looks like, because there was a photo of a girl wearing the full set and she looked beautiful, like it fitted her so well. So I got this in an 8. This is so tight. It was so tight to get on, way too tight for my body. There's no zips or anything, so it goes over your head, which, to be honest, it's stretchy enough to get over, so that wasn't an issue. But once it was on, it was so tight, like suffocating my whole chest. And I have small boobs, okay? Let me just put that out there. It's a shame. As a set, I think it would have looked really cute on, but that is definitely gonna have to go back because it is so tight. Okay, so that is everything that I picked up from Rebellious. As I said, I feel like some hits, some misses. The website all in all was probably my favorite one to shop on, as well as MISSY Empire, which I'm gonna go through now. MISSY Empire, oh my goodness. I don't know what I was expecting, but everything was a lot more pricier than I expected it to be. Yeah, just really expensive. I'm going to put all the prices on the screen again. Luckily, there was 30% off the entire website, which was great, but it was literally like borderline more expensive than Topshop, River Island prices, like that sort of thing. Like a jumper was maybe £45, which I think is quite a lot. So the first thing that I picked up, well, the first thing that I've got to show you is a pair of leather look shorts. My friend Millie actually has a really lovely pair from Topshop, and when I saw those on her, I just absolutely fell in love and decided that I wanted a pair for my wardrobe as well. So I saw these ones and thought they looked really cute, and I actually loved the way they were styled with the jumper. So they were styled with a black jumper that I also picked up to go with. These quality, I have to say, everything from MISSY Empire quality wise was like 10 out of 10. Like the quality, the thickness of the fabrics, like everything about it was just amazing, like probably better than Rebellious if I'm going to be completely honest. Quality wise, these feel really thick, really good. They're basically just little leather shorts. They're actually a little bit shorter than I hoped they would be, if I'm going to be completely honest. I wanted them to be longer because they're the sort of thing that I would love to pair with tights and like boots in the daytime, but they're literally like just below my bum. They're very short on. I don't know if that's just because they're super high-waisted and maybe I pulled them up a little bit too far. They still look cute with a pair of over-knee boots or something, or heels for a night out, but just bear that in mind if you are going to pick them up. Like I said, the quality is great. I love the fact that they come with a belt that you can do up. Very high-waisted and very tight on the waist, which isn't always the case with a lot of shorts and jeans and trousers from brands. So all in all, I am happy with them, but I'm going to exchange them for a 10 and hopefully they will fit better. So in terms of the jumper that I picked up to go with, they had so many knitwear pieces on at the website that I was just obsessed with, in love with. But like I said, the knitwear was like £45 for a jumper, which I think is a lot. I don't know if it's just me. But I was kind of torn between getting a cropped one and a long one, but once I saw this one paired with the shorts, I was just obsessed. So this is just a really chunky black knitted jumper with a really chunky roll neck, and I have to say, now that I have this and I know the quality, like I can understand the price point. Considering I got 30% off as well, like I can kind of understand because the quality is so good. It's a nice length, it's not too cropped, so I feel like it'd go really well with black leggings as well, and maybe the black tapered trousers like the leather look ones from Rebellious, and maybe like a white pair of trainers for something a little bit more casual. So I'm actually really excited to wear that. I'm really happy I picked it up. It's quite simple and quite plain, but believe believe it or not, I don't have any black knitwear jumpers at the minute, so I just wanted one to go in my wardrobe. I'm really excited to wear it. I also picked up from Missy Empire 2 blazer dresses because I saw this camel one and I love the way that it was styled in one of the pictures. So they're basically the same thing but in different colours. They're just long, well not long, like kind of midi blazer dresses. They've got shoulder pads, which I wasn't expecting, so I basically got one in an 8 and one in a 10 because I wanted to see like the different sizes. So I got the camel in an 8, and I have to say the 8 fits so much better because the shoulders are quite big in the 10, but the actual length is really lovely in both, and they actually just come with a really big belt as well, which is amazing. I love the way the sort of bottom sits when it's on because it's a little bit like slanted, so it's not just going straight down. It looks like it's got a bit more shape to the dress, which was amazing. As I was saying before, I really love having kind of high neck or roll neck bodysuits or tops or whatever it may be under other pieces recently, so I actually picked up a camel bodysuit from ASOS as well to go under that, to style it in a similar way because I thought it looked gorgeous on, and then I thought the black one would look really nice with a pop of colour underneath. So I recently bought it's kind of like a neon yellow / green high neck bodysuit from Pretty Little Thing, and I feel like that will look really cool under the black one as a pop of colour. So I'm excited to style them, but I think I'm going to have to exchange the black one for an 8 instead because the 10 is pretty big on, so these I would say are pretty true to size. Then we've got 2 more pieces from Missy Empire, so they're both knitwear pieces because as I was saying, their knitwear I was just obsessed with. So this first one is again a roll neck jumper, and it's actually a split black and white, which I thought was really interesting. I'm the sort of person, I'm very like neutral, monochrome, like I tend to just wear nudes, blacks, whites, greys, so I thought it was a nice way to kind of mix it up a little bit and kind of add something a bit different, but it's still just black and white, if you get what I'm saying. It's not as thick as the black one, but it's still a really nice quality. Feels really comfortable. It's kind of, again, a little bit more of a crop length, so it kind of pairs really well with jeans and things like that. And I love the fact that the split goes all the way up to the roll neck as well. And then the last piece I absolutely love. This again is so thick, like pretty much everything from Missy Empire I have to say I do really love. So this is just a jumper dress. They had a couple of different options for this, and again it was about £40 I want to say. It's just a really nice beige colour, and it's got kind of a high neck but almost not. It's a little bit of an awkward neckline, that's the only thing I would say about it. I kind of had to fold it over because if I just left it like this, it was way too big for my neck and it just gaped in really awkward places. So I rolled it over and it kind of like just about worked. But yeah, I feel like it looked really nice with a little skinny belt going around and a big oversized coat, and then maybe a pair of boots as well, which I did actually pick up some boots that I'll show you in a sec. So that again I'm really excited to wear, I'm really excited to style. Okay, and then the very last brand that I picked some pieces up was from Sorella UK, which I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Seemed like a much smaller brand compared to Missy Empire and Rebellious, and the one thing that was annoying about going on the website is that pretty much like everything was out of stock, even stuff that came in as I was shopping. So I kind of did this over a couple of days, and when the day I was gonna basically order all the stuff from Sorella, there were some new pieces that came onto the website within like 10 hours. All the sizes were out of stock. So I don't know if it's just like a really small brand and they only get really small stock in or whatever it may be. I'm pretty sure it's owned and run by a girl on Instagram who is also more of like an influencer as well. So the first is this kind of like metallic cowl neck dress. I really love all of the stuff on Sorella that's more of like the metallic knitwear. I feel like it's really different, really interesting, and looks really gorgeous on all of the models as well. So this was luckily in my size in a small. And the thing that I kind of like about this is it's very thin, but it's pretty opaque for what it is. So in terms of like a going out dress, I feel like this will be really great because it's super comfy, not very thick, like really easy to get on and off. You can kind of move about in it really easily. It looks great on, and it wasn't see-through. So I feel like this was a really good like little bargain that I managed to get my hands on. Nothing was like crazy expensive, especially compared to like Missy Empire. I'd say it was more like lower to mid-range prices. And then next up we've got a jumpsuit, which I'm pretty sure this was 25 or 35 pounds, like somewhere in that range. This is just a khaki kind of like cargo style utility jumpsuit. You guys know I'm obsessed with cargo style stuff at the minute. I just think it looks really cool, really edgy. It's great for daytime because it's super comfy, and it's just like, especially a jumpsuit, it's just an outfit in one. I have to say I prefer my Misguided one quality wise. This one fits pretty well, I'll give it that, but I just wish there wasn't an elasticated waist because it kind of just looks a bit strange on. Like, I need to try pairing it with a belt and styling it a little bit differently, but I kind of just wish the waistband was maybe like just a thicker band and not like an elasticated band. The colour of khaki is really nice. I don't actually have many khaki pieces at the minute anyway, so I'm excited to wear this and style this, and I'll definitely be keeping it and wearing it. And then last but not least, clothing wise, I actually have a pair of wide leg black trousers. There was a lot of trousers on the website. The only thing about these, which is a little bit annoying, is the length is just not quite long enough for my leg. I couldn't wear these with heels. Like, I could probably get away with wearing them with trainers, which I don't mind because I do wear wide leg trousers with trainers as well for like casual daytime stuff. The waistband is really pretty though. It's really high-waisted, which I love, and the trousers do actually come with a black belt, which is great. So all in all, if you're a little bit shorter than me, I'm 5'6", so maybe if you're like 5'4", these will probably look really great for a night out with a bodysuit or whatever if you're into wide leg trousers. Quality wise, feel really thick as well. They feel very similar to my I Saw It First ones. Okay, and then last but not least, I want to mention the shoes that I picked up. So the first are actually from Sorella as well. That rhymed. So these are just a pair of camel like nude snakeskin boots. I am obsessed with these. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I always find it interesting ordering shoes from a brand that I've not shopped at before, because for those of you who don't know, I have pretty wide feet, so I'm kind of in between a 4 and a 5, and some shoes are just way too skinny for my feet. So I was interested to see what these would fit like. I just ordered them in my normal size in a size 4, and I have to say they fit really well. And the thing that I love about them as well is that the actual ankle or like the leg part isn't too tight on, because it's almost like a sock style boot. Like, some are so tight on your lower leg and your ankle, like it's a joke. All in all, they fit really well. They've got quite a slim heel, but it's not too high. I'd say it's probably like 100 millimeters. Really nice on. I'm excited to pair them with the kind of like nude jumper dress. That's what I had in mind for that. And then these, I actually can't remember if these were from Rebellious or MISSY Empire, because again, they're like a completely different brand to what those brands are. These are just a pair of, again, snakeskin mules. I feel like snakeskin is like a love-hate thing, but I definitely feel like it's in trend at the minute, and as opposed to like wearing something that's like a full shirt or whatever, or like full trousers or whatever it may be, say if you wanted to kind of like introduce it in a more subtle way, I feel like a shoe is a really nice way to do that, because you could literally pair these with just plain jeans and a plain white top, and it just add a little bit something to your outfit and make it feel like a little bit dressier and put together. I wish the toe was a little bit less pointier, because my feet are quite wide, as I've said. So I got these in a 4 again, and I have to say they're a little bit tight on, but I recently bought some shoe stretchers from Amazon because I have a couple of pairs of Louboutins that are a little bit too tight on my feet. So I've been researching ways to just stretch the leather a little bit, and a couple of videos have been like really helpful in terms of like using shoe stretchers and things like that. So I thought I would use these as like a guinea pig first and try and stretch this area a little bit, because they're not super tight, they're just a little bit too tight, and with the toe being so pointy, they look too small, well, too big here for my feet and too small at the heel. So I feel like if I can stretch them a little bit, they'll fit perfectly. But yeah, that is everything that I picked up from all 3 brands. Let me know in the comments if you've shopped at them before yourself, because I would love to know what you guys think of them. Be sure to check out 21 Buttons if you want the links to any of these pieces, because I'm definitely going to be putting them on as this video goes up. And be sure to download the app, as I've said, and enter the competition for the chance to win a £100 ASOS voucher. I'm going to stop speaking anyway because my voice is literally on fire, but I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in the next one.